Hey, this is R.A.The, Rugged Man, and I'm live in Hamburg, Germany, chilling with my people. Deutschland, baby. Backspin, bitch.
Backspin, backspin, backspin,
Death by suicide bomb, Protestants, Bibles, or Quran, or Islam. From Genghis Khan to Vietnam, I can smell the napalm. Rape victims, rip stockings, redneck clan members doing church bombings.
Thank you for having you on our show. Appreciate it. I want to talk to you today about your new album, which is about to release, Legends Never Die.
Never die. Yeah, I'm very proud of this record. I hope the people watching understand it, because this is what I do. That's my music. That's the way I like to make music. It's exactly what I wanted to do. So if you're a fan of mine, a true fan of mine, and you trust what I do, you'll like it a lot. You'll love it. You know, I think the fans are gonna love it. I'm very proud of it. Yeah.
And when I read the title, I was wondering, because you are already a legend, and you work with legends like Rakim, Kool G Rap, B.I.G., on. And I was reading on your Facebook page that you were struggling to find the right title. So how did you came up with that title, at least?
I don't remember how I came up with it. I just, I was thinking of a million titles. I had books of what the fuck could I name this album. I'm working so hard on the album. I need the right title. And I, had all these pretentious titles and titles that almost was something and something and something. And it just never... Then that one hit me, and I, everyone who I said it to was like, "That's perfect." So I'm happy with it,
And I listened to the title song, "Legends Never Die." It's like a tribute to your father, right? Who was a Vietnam veteran. And on the cover, you also wear like a uniform.
Yeah.
So is this whole entire album like a tribute to your father?
Well, my whole career is a tribute to my father. We were very close. He was my best friend, and when you have a legendary, heroic, iconic father like I did, who was that close to you, you tend to talk about him a lot. So I'll be talking about that man till I'm dead, and then when I'm dead, the rest of the family will continue talking about him. He left a big imprint on the family. So I had written that the title track wasn't called Legends Never Die when I wrote it. It was actually for a Mr. Green project. And when it was about halos and angels, and I said, I'm gonna write that when my daddy's in heaven. He's in, it's some halo shit. So I wrote a verse to it, and then everybody was like, "You need that for your album. Write another verse to it and make that your song." So that's what we did. And then I said, you know what, Legends Never Die.
Fits perfect, I think. And listening...
Motherfuckers need to learn to shut their cell fucking phones off when we're doing interviews. I thought Germans were on point, like very strict and got their shit together. We're in the middle of interview, like motherfuckers with Germans, get our shit right.
Come on.
Germans,
Germans ain't perfect, man,
They almost are, though. Like, if you got like at the airport, they'll always be on time. If you go out with a German girl and you say 8 o'clock, the bitch will be there like 7:58. They're like, Germans are on point. American girls, you'd be like 8 o'clock, the bitch shows up at like 9:30 and shit. Yeah.
So you dating German girls?
Oh, I love German girls. They're the best in the world. My mother's German, man. So you always go after a woman that kind of reminds you a little bit of your family. So I love German. They're my favorite women in the world, and I'm not just saying that because of German TV. You could ask all my ex-girlfriends; they're all jealous of German girls. They're like, "You like Germans better than me." I'm like, "Yeah, bitch."
Okay, back to music. Listening to Legends Never Die, I mean the whole album, I was impressed by you're still elevating your wordplay and you still sound hungry as fuck. So how you keep that hunger alive?
Well, I'm going to stay hungry till I'm dead. This is what I'm going to be for the rest of my life. So, no. I'm going to do it. I'm going to have, when I'm 65, I'm going to have my rap retirement party. So, another 25, 35 years.
So it's settled? 65?
65 is the retirement party. So there's going to be quite a few more decades of me being a murderous, indestructible MC on the stage and just destroying shit. But I will dedicate my life to elevating my craft every year after year.
And how do you write your lyrics? Have you a special ritual which you do? Like back in the days when I was a teenager?
Like Baphomet goats and Satanism, like Aleister Crowley, Jay-Z type of shit. You know, the satanic ritual, right around. No, I'm just kidding.
No, let me say this. When I was a teenager,
I love the Lord. I'm a spiritual cat. I love God, but no, I don't ask God to write me a good rhyme. God gave me my tools, and I open my notebook and I write my rhyme. That's I could be on an airplane, I could be at home with a beat. I just write my rhyme. That's basically what I do. So, and sometimes I'll jot down an idea or two and then turn it into a rhyme later, or sometimes rhymes just flood out of me. But I just write a lot. So.
Back then, when I was listening to your music as a teenager, I was thinking like, he's slaying a hooker and drinking the blood or some, And now,
that in the rhyme ever.
No, but I was imagining like that.
Drank a blood ever? I never drank a hooker's blood in a song.
So now I got you here. You're drinking your green tea, and you got your books with you. Is that the R.A. who ever been like this, or did you change your mind state in a way?
Well, I grew up a little bit, but I'm still a little wild. I try to stay calm. I don't want to go into the crazy shit unless you have to do it. When I was younger, everything made me fly off the hinge. Slap somebody, kick somebody, punch, bite, break shit. And I'm trying to be a grown-up. I'm trying to be a goddamn grown-up where I don't go off the fucking hinge unless it's necessary. I try to be cool and calm. But, then you come to my stage show and I'm another fucking person. I'm it comes out. So, I like being a little bit relaxed. It's a little bit easier in life than always breaking shit and getting in trouble for shit because you always, flip the table. I'm trying to just be a better man sometimes, So.
I see.
Sometimes it's hard work to stay the good man, Sometimes it's hard. I try hard, like behave yourself, rugged man, behave yourself, and I try. But my album I misbehaved quite a few times. I think I might piss a couple people off when it comes out, So we'll see.
Yeah, and in your lyrics, you still raw, rugged. Like you posted on Facebook that your record label wanted to edit some vocals on this album. Yeah, what was the story behind that?
There's 2 or 3 songs that they were scared of. Yeah. And
which one?
Because then you'll take notice to it. I don't even want to. Then people look at that song and then find a problem with it. Right. I kept the songs on there. The label, I said, come on, I'm an indie artist, so I could say fucked up shit sometimes, Sometimes I say respectable shit. Sometimes I want to go a little crazy. So the songs are on there. And if people listen to it and don't hear the problems that the label might have had, then fuck it. I'm glad they didn't notice it, But like just enjoy the music, and maybe it'll offend some people, but people a little bit too goddamn politically sensitive. Everybody's a fucking America's pussified right now. Everybody's like, if you say this, apologize, or if he said that, take away his endorsements, or it's like, fuck all of that shit. Let people speak their mind, or let people have fun and say something that's a little left field or something that's a little over the top. Let people speak. And what they're doing is they're gonna make everyone scared to speak, so everyone's gonna be a fake ass demon fuck, not expressing themselves, and they're gonna hide all their truth, and all their fucking true disgustingness is gonna be hidden. So, because you ain't letting people speak. If somebody say something disgusting, hey, that's that person. Let them speak it, so we know who the fuck he is. Don't have everybody wearing this fake mask in society where it's like, don't let him talk, don't let him say that or slay him. Everyone in America is scared to say anything wrong. Then no one's allowed to have an opinion, or they get crucified by the fucking media. Everybody's a fucking bitch pussy in the media these days, and the oversensitizing the shit is ridiculous in 2013 and 12 and 11. It's like, get off our dicks and let us fucking breathe and be alive and speak,
So hip-hop was always a culture where you can speak up, but do you feel like hip-hop nowadays is a little bit too PC?
Of course it's too PC, because right now what it is when you have big corporate money involved, everybody's scared to offend the endorsement or offend this, or if you say the wrong thing, then the mainstream media come out to you know, hop on top of rap, you know. So you know, there's always gonna be people saying wild shit. So why not just let them say what the fuck they want to say? You know, Tipper Gore back in the 80s, that fucking cunt whore. She, you know, Al Gore's cunt wife back then, she was like, you know, they act like it's all right-wing media that tries to stifle people, but they were Democrats as fuck. It's all media, right and left, that try to stifle the Americans. Tipper Gore, oh, you know, Ice-T can't talk about this, and Def Leppard can't talk about that, and put stickers on it, and how dare they talk about pyros, you know, like I think Def Leppard had an album Pyro Maniac or something, or Pyro something, and she was like, that's about burning people, and you know, Ice-T had Cop Killer, oh, don't say it. Well, let the motherfucker talk about what he wants to talk about. He's a grown-ass fucking man, and let the repercussions be what it is. But, you know, society is pussified, and it goes back to I don't know when it started. I don't know. I'm not gonna drop a history lesson on it, but it's just sad that you know, they try to hold back what people really believe, you know.
Is this maybe an aspect how you select your features on the album? You got like Master Ace, Brother Ali, Tech Nine, Chris Calico, or Hobson?
Yeah, Vinny Paz. That's one of the hard songs. That's one of the strong ones. You know, he always comes with that. You know, he'll say "faggot" right off the bat. His first line, he's like, "You a stone cold faggot." You know, the label's like, "Ah," you know, like so. That one was a little crazy. And but would you sit on a kitten or something? What the fuck was that? So, but no, I like to test my craft. So everybody expects me to do the Vinny Paz records and the Wu-Tang Clan records and the Mobb Deep records and the Golden Era Cats. Like, oh, you know, R.A.'s fucking with G-Rap, you know, that New York shit or this or that, you know, or you know, but then like some cat named Blue, you know, he's a dope producer from the West Coast and rapper. What is that now? Blue from the West Coast hit me up, and we made this real super left field record, and I loved it. I like doing that shit. So when I was doing my own record, like, what am I supposed to do? Just what everybody expects me to do, and say, okay, now we're gonna do Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, and Jedi Mind Tricks, and that's the album. You know, I said, you know what? Let me grab my boy Talib Kweli. And before we made the record, people were like, Talib and R.A., they're so different. But once you hear what we did, we both, it blended like, you know, it sounded like we were rhyming together for fucking 20 years. And it's a match made to be, because that's what we are, we're MCs. You don't just pigeonhole yourself to be like, I'm only gonna rhyme with a thug rapper or this, that. I could rap conscious lyricism because I'm a conscious person a lot of times. I'm a evil, crazy person at other times too, but that's how the mind works, you know? So then, years ago, Tech Nine was always like, yo, you know, you're an incredible MC. Anytime you want to do something. So I said, you know what? I heard Tech doing all those crazy records, like with that flipping of, you know, rhyme styles. I said, you know what? I want to do that. I want to show that I can enter that world. And a producer hit me up, C. Lance, and he said, yo, I got this beat for Tech. I know you're friends with him. If you could get him this beat, you know, I think he'd like it. So I said, you know what? Let's do that one for my album with Tech. And he was like, word? So I hit up Tech. I said, yo, let's rock on that beat. So I went like, like I went crazy. And I like to do that. I like to test myself and not give everyone exactly what they expect. You know what I mean? Same thing, you know, Golden Era. They expect Master Ace, R.A. But then let's go with the rhyme sayers cats. Let's fuck with a little Brother Ali. You know, 3 massive lyricists that are on different, you know, one's from the Juice Crew, one's, you know, from that whole rhyme sayers camp, and then you got crazy Krusty R.A.The Rugged Man, and over Mr. Green Beat. And those are the kind of, I like to do hip-hop music, so I don't want to pigeonhole myself to any certain kind of style. So that's the way I reached for the features on my album. Right. You know what I mean? Sure. And I almost didn't even have Paz on it because it was too expected. I'm like, everyone expects Paz. Right. But then everyone does expect Paz, and they love when me and Paz are together. I mean, the hip-hop community loves Vinny Paz and R.A.The Rugged Man together. So when I was almost done with the album, I said, you know, I need one more up-tempo, you know, high-energy joint. You know, I got a couple of them, but I need one more to kind of smack the album and end it. I said, that's the Paz joint. Let's do that Vinny Paz shit and go left field and go crazy. So it's just how my mind was working, So whatever felt right felt good to me. So if certain fans don't understand certain moves I made, I understood them, and it's my music. They can make their own fucking music. I like what I did. I'm proud of the record.
And you also worked with some German guys. They called the Anti-Helden, and I interviewed them last week, and they told me I should ask you some things. Yeah, you need another tea?
Sure.
They told me to ask you 3 things. When you came up to a business meeting with some major A&Rs, is it true that you brought some strippers and hookers with you? What is this story about?
Well, that wasn't just A&Rs. That was a lot of times. In the 90s, I was known for that. In Long Island, there was a lot of dirty girls, and, they had, they perform and sleep with whoever I told them to, and I used to bring them around with me to meetings, and, I was broke. My label fell through, and I was going to new media. I said, hey, go sleep with my lawyer, or go, my lawyer. Nah, but, oh, that dude is a hot producer. Everybody loves his beats. Go fuck him, and I could get a beat maybe.
Yeah.
So
you've been like a pimp or what?
It was almost like pimping. Almost. I had no money, but I had bitches. So I guess it was some '90s type pimp shit. But
is it true
I'm not proud of it? But I'm not proud of it. It's part of my life. I don't regret nothing I did. I lived my life the way I lived it. So
we can talk about that.
Talk about anything you want. I have nothing to hide. That's the thing. I never have nothing to hide.
So is it true that you paid like Biggie for a verse with a hooker?
No. Who told you that? No. Biggie, I knew Biggie. We met, I was in Chung King Studios, and we met, and we hit it off, and we became friends. And I did a couple records with Biggie. One of them exists still, but there was a couple records we did together, and some of them are lost. A lot of songs were lost from the 90s because you'd put them on 2-inch reels, you'd leave them in studios. You didn't know, like, the internet, like, you didn't have, like, cards to, you have 10 copies of the song sent to this person, that song. You just had it on your reel, and if it got left in the studio and the studio closed down, my 2-inch reels, I'm not going to get them, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of music got made that never came out.
But is that the Conch Renaissance, or is another track that's not out yet?
There's a song that's missing forever with me and Big. Yeah, me, Big, Akinelli. It's missing forever. Yeah. But no. I never paid Big with hookers or nothing. And Big came down to Long Island and rocked with us. Another time we was in Manhattan, Chinatown, and we rocked together. And we used to just rap in the car. We used to drive the car around, and I bought a little bullshit used BMW with my jive money, and used to pick them up and drive around and play songs for each other. A little cassette tape. Yo, check out this song. No, check out this. Like, we'd almost compete with the songs we were trying to make at the time. So, we had a relationship,
But you paid some beat makers for their productions with some.
When I was on Jive, you had to.
I mean, with the hookers. I heard that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Producers. Well, it wasn't like, here, get this pussy and give me a beat, but it was kind of like, Alchemist had the same thing going on. Alchemist, he did it with weed, though. Alchemist had his little weed hustle. Right. He used to come in the studio with his bag of weed, his little MP3 or whatever the fuck he was using. And he used to get the rappers high as fuck and put his beats up, and that beat's dope, and put on a 2-inch reel, and he built his resume that way. I didn't have a weed hustle. I had bitches, so I used to fuck my man, and then my man would be like, yo, R.A.'s my man, yo, check out this beat, so that kind of thing,
Crazy, man. And I heard you love the German director Fritz Lang. What do you like about this guy?
Lang is one of the greatest film directors that ever lived. Oh, what do you not like about him? The Testament of Dr. Mabuse. I mean, his catalog is so fucking deep, and he's one of the greats that ever lived. He's one of the greatest ever. German filmmakers actually were the greatest on the planet at one point. Hitchcock, all of that came from German filmmaking. After the war, after Hitler and all of that stuff, you guys fell off and you weren't that good anymore. But before that, nobody compete with German filmmaking, from the silent films to right when sound started coming in, the visuals, the architecture of the sets, the lighting. You were unparalleled. Germany was the best. And then, something big happened and fucked that all up. But yeah. So all the great filmmakers, not all of them, but a lot of the great filmmakers came from that era and changed the way film was made forever.
So you're really deep into filmmaking, right? You also got the book with you about.
Oh yeah, I'm reading a great book about the Houston family. Walter Houston, the great actor, John Houston, the great director, their daughter Angelica, all of that stuff. I just found this book in Cologne for €7, man. I don't know how. It's like in America it costs like $30-something, but it's a great read. If you're into film, I recommend it. The Houstons, it's a great book. The Life and Times of a Hollywood Dynasty, great book so far. I'm only like 240 pages in, but it's one of the best books I ever read. At least the first 240 is, yeah.
So you write your screenplays, you're about to direct movies. Do you see some similarities between directing a movie or developing an idea and writing a track or a verse?
Well, the thing I hate about filmmaking is people. I hate it. Because when you're making low budget products, you have to rely on people. If you have a big budget and everyone's getting paid well, they'll all show up on time. They want to get paid. Oh, yeah. But when you're like, hey, can you do this for this amount of money? And you're stretching your budget and people doing favors, they all you're relying on 30 people to show up at a set on time, and it's all a nightmare. I like the editing. After we got all the assholes already on film, then you go to the editing table, and this is the fun part. Okay, we got it. But like the locations, to the people, to the actors, it's unless you got some money, it's a real headache,
But isn't that the same with the music industry? Or?
Music's easy. You sit at home, you write your rhyme, you get somebody that's talented that made a beat. Then if the beat's not big enough, you have some instrumentation, people show up, and they can come up at any time. It's not like everyone got to be at the same place at the same time, or the location's gonna fall through. It's like, so and so with the violin can't show up on time. She'll come on Tuesday instead. Yeah, sure. Get her in there in that time. Music is a lot easier to make. Yeah.
So you stated all record labels suck dick, but these days I think time's pretty nice for an independent artist, and you can create your own buzz on the World Wide Web. Well, so how you feel about this opportunities?
Does suck dick, 100%.
Still,
of course,
independent or major.
All of them. So the thing is, I love Slug. He's my man. Rhyme says probably, if I dealt with them, I'd be, fuck you, Slug. My man Dev at Nature Sounds. I love him. He's like a brother at times, but he's a little, save the money. They're record labels. That's what they do. No matter if they're indie or major, but the indies suck a little less dick. They give you a little more freedom. They let you do what you want to do. Sometimes, like Raucous was an indie, but they didn't let you do what they want to do. They were like, they thought they was a fucking major, so it all depends, But independent, most of these artists don't need labels anymore because they could start their own buzz. They could do everything themselves. So it's great that I made the song Every Record Label Sucks Dick. It's great that I was blackballed. It's great that the fucking industry hated me, and that industry is dead. And I'm here. I won.
Survived.
I won.
Right. And you also got nowadays a serious social media game, like you putting out funny pictures on Facebook and post almost every day. And was it difficult to you to adapt to this new opportunity?
Yeah. The new online promotional thing, the Facebooks, the Twitters. At first, I'm like, what the fuck? Come on. But there's a rapper called Hobson in the United States, and he's him and his team, his man Dame is like a marketing genius on the internet. He's not even, he's a regular man that just hustled and learned how to do it. It's not like genius, but he's smart as fuck. And I sent him an email recently. I said, he's like the way Puffy used to be in like the early 90s, Puffy used to have people with fucking picket signs running through Manhattan with, Craig Mack and Biggie Smalls, like making sure everybody knew it. Dame at Funk Volume just got that internet game on lock. With he's got Hobson puts out a video to think it'll 20 million views, and when I went to their concert, they were like, "Yo, if anybody wants to take pictures, like almost acting like they were gonna tell people don't take pictures. If anyone wants to take pictures of this and that, yo, put that on Facebook, put it on Twitter, tag us in it, blah blah." Like that's their whole game. Conquered it. So I had to talk with Dame, and he said, he told me, explain, put up this amount of times, get on your game. So my game is still weak compared to those dudes.
Well, you like December
Like,
2000.
YouTube game. Dame's supposed to help me with YouTube, but my YouTube game is utter weakness. Like, it's the weakest. But but I'm trying. Like, those dudes are light years ahead of me. Tech9 got, what, 2.5 million followers. You know, Hobson got 1 million or 800,000 followers. You know, I'm like a baby on that internet Facebook thing. But, you know, I see that it's a way to let the world know what music you're doing and what's going on in the world. So you know, and it's easy. You press a button and all of a sudden everybody saw your video, or you press a, you know, oh, you got a show, boom, press a button and they all know about it. So it's great free promotion that helps artists. So you got to get over that I'm too cool for the Facebook shit, and you got to go, this is my job, this is my life. Get on that Facebook shit. Get on your Twitter game. Get on your, I don't got Instagram either. That shit's, my Instagram game is fucking weak. Like, the label started like a fake Instagram shit, like, this is R.A., and like nobody goes to it. I gotta probably start stepping up my, take over that and start doing Instagram and shit, you know. I don't know. I got no idea, but that's the new world, you know.
Well, your pics on Facebook are funny as fuck, I think. So
I make jokes, you know. I'm some people think I'm funny. People in my life usually don't think I'm funny, but you know, the world sometimes, hey, funny guy, okay, all right, wow.
So I found one quote. It's my last point. Listening to Rakim, Chuck D, and KRS-One, I was like going to college. Listening to mainstream rappers today is like nursery school. So you feel so bad about hip hop nowadays?
Well, it's what I said. You know, Rakim, Chuck D, KRS-One. Those, when you listen to them, it was like being in school, and you learn so much from them. And like, you know, even like Farrakhan, I was, what the fuck is, I don't know, I'm 12 years old, 11 years, what the fuck is Farrakhan? I don't know what that is, you know. And Rakim was talking about, like, you know, the solar system and the, you know, the, you know, universal. I mean, he went so deep into his lyricism that you were like, oh, what the fuck? And then you studied it and you learned and you go, wow. And you learned all this wisdom from these people. KRS-One, you know, he did like a song like You Must Learn. In fact, in my new song, People's Champ, I say I'm scientifical, mathematical, like Benjamin Banneker. The first time I ever learned who Benjamin Banneker was through the song You Must Learn by KRS-One. He was talking about like all the people that did certain things, and you know, Eli Whitley did this, and so invented the traffic light, and you know, Benjamin Banneker did this, and that's when I learned. Like, oh, then I learned, you know, that was 20-something years ago, but that's how I learned from these brothers. So the rap today, you still got people trying to deliver some knowledge, but it's not as much in the mainstream, you know, aspect of it. You know what I mean?
So what do you feel about Kendrick or Black Hippie? Do you think they maybe bring it?
Black Hippie.
The crew from Kendrick, like Schoolboy Q, Absol.
Oh, I heard of Schoolboy Q. I never heard his music yet. We're gonna do a show together in Minneapolis, a big festival with Buster and Snoop and Atmosphere and Brother Ali and Tech9 and a bunch of rats, Sean Price, and I hear a lot about Schoolboy Q, but I never heard his music yet.
Yeah, I got like the feeling there's a new generation bringing back some knowledge to the game, you know.
That's good. That's good. You know what? There's so much hype around a lot of artists that sometimes I listen to it 3-4 months later. Like, there's so much music made historically that I study. So like, I don't need to, oh, that record's hot at this second, I'm gonna listen to it right this second. Sometimes I'll just be in my house and go, you know what? I never heard Schoolboy Q. Pop that shit on, and that's when I do it. Just when I'm not listening to no hype or paper or who the fuck is saying to listen to this week. I listen to it when the record's 5 months old sometimes, or I listen to it the day, whatever the fuck I feel like, right. You know. But I'll get to it. You know, I'll study it and see what's up. You know.
So last words.
Wait, why you got questions on your list about guns and you took that out, huh?
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I love talking about it.
Because I was leaning on your blog. I was reading that somebody asked you which gun he should buy to kill his parents. So in the US, there's now this controversy about guns. How you feel about this whole situation?
Whoever wrote that was joking, but I think that the government is disgusting, and I think that they sensationalize certain things and use them to advance their political position rather than being rational and doing what's right for the law-abiding citizen. The media is disgusting, the government's disgusting, and they'll do whatever it takes and use the lives of children or use just use people and use horrible things that happened to move towards their agenda. And it's gross. It's fucking horrible, man. And it just disgusts me. And the society falls for it, and they start saying, oh, because this happened and that happened, now we have to do this because the government, that's what they say. But it's brainwash and it's propaganda.
But what do you think about it that after these killings, the gun sellings increase? And what do you think?
Of course they increase because they're getting threatened to get their guns taken away. What are they going to do? Oh shit, let me go buy some guns. It's not because, oh, now I'm going to kill people, so I'm going to buy guns. It's because everybody say, take the guns, take the guns, take the guns. So everyone's like, fuck, I'm going to buy a gun. Right. Don't threaten to take law-abiding citizens' weapons. What you need to do is the government needs to stop letting them fucking sneak their illegal guns into the country. They need to fucking secure the borders. They need to start taking care of their people. They don't need to just, this is my agenda and push for it. It's all propaganda and lies. It's lies and disgusting.
But the Rifle Association, is that not even also propaganda?
Well, what the fuck is... Here's the thing. The Rifle Association is just an association. They're not the government. Right. Well, people don't have to listen to them. Right. So what happens is the media makes the NRA, the enemy. But it's like they're a group. They're not controlling you. They have no power over you. Just fuck you. I don't agree with you, or I agree with you. What do they have to do? Why are they villainized? Why? Like why does the media concentrate on them so hard? Because what it is, it takes the media off of the people who actually do have the power to do these big things. The people are going to hate hearing this from me too, because they're brainwashed. But what happens is, if you take away the rights of law-abiding citizens, how does that protect anybody? How? If a mass murderer wants to kill people, he's going to do it. He's going to drive a car to a fucking playground and run over 20 kids. He's going to fucking go in a goddamn, build a bomb in his truck and drive to a fucking mall. I mean, mass murderers exist in the world. It's a horrible fucking thing. I think somebody just stabbed somebody in a school with a fucking pen yesterday. 18, mass stabbings. It's like sick, disgusting, horrible people exist in the fucking world. But you don't use that and exploit that to take away Americans' rights. You don't.
Okay, but last words from R.A. He gonna keep his guns, but tell me some about your album or the audience. When it's gonna release? Promote that.
The album comes out in America April 30th.
In Germany, I think.
It's May 2nd or something?
Yeah, 3rd.
May 3rd. Just hold up a couple days and get it on May 3rd. Get the hard copy of it. It's a nice package, and I love the music, man. So I hope the world likes it,
All right. Thank you, R.A. Ihr habt's gehört, Backspin TV, bis zum nächsten Mal. Peace.